Are you completely new to dirt bikes? Don't worry, I want to just give you a breakdown of the simple steps that I do before riding a dirt bike so that you don't crash and get hurt, and so that you don't wear out your dirt bike faster. So one, you need to make sure you have the right safety equipment. I got a helmet, which I'm holding on to right now. Make sure you get one that fits properly, as well as some riding boots and some knee guards. Elbow pads help, but just getting the proper protection will help, even with simple scrapes and bruises if you happen to fall over. And next, moving on to your dirt bike, if you're just starting it up for the first time, this is what you call a cold start. So the engine is cold, you can touch it without burning your hands. So what you need to do is, if it has a petcock, so a dirt bike with a carburetor, you need to turn the petcock on, turn the choke on, turn the key or ignition on, and then you can start up the dirt bike. But before you even do that, what I like to do is check the tire pressure. Now obviously you shouldn't just check it with your hand, but I'm just showing you that there is air in the tubes, and you just need a simple tire gauge that goes up to 15-20 psi, and you want it in the 12 to 15 psi range for both the front and rear, depending on what terrain you're riding. And then you just want to do a simple check of the chain, make sure it's not too tight or too loose. You should be able to put about 3 fingers between here, and if you can get more than that, then the chain is too loose. And when it's too loose, it can derail, it can come off the sprocket and lodge up in the front sprocket. It can lock up your rear wheel, it can break the engine case, which is super expensive, and if the rear wheel locks up, that can leave you not only stranded, but that can cause you to crash. You can fly over the bars. So just check the chain, check the tires. Also, make sure that you got gas in the gas tank. So pull the cap off, make sure that there's enough gas in there for how far you're going to ride. You can generally go, depending on the bike, you can go 30 to 50 miles on a tank. Some bikes last a little bit longer if the tank is full. And then when you start the bike, you want it to warm up for at least a minute or two before you ride it, because if you warm the engine up too quickly, it's going to do more wear and tear on the engine, which will cause you to need to rebuild it a lot sooner than you should. And then even after you let it idle and maybe blipping the throttle just to keep it running for a couple minutes, then you can get on the bike and then start riding around and putting slowly. And if you're a complete beginner that wants to get into dirt biking safely without breaking the bank, maybe you don't even have a dirt bike yet, or if you do, you should check out my beginner series here. It goes through step by step what you need to know and what you need to do to start dirt biking.